Greetings, viewers. I'm Nancy Pearlin, Assistant Professor from the Department of English. Greetings, viewers. Today we are going to see the poem Draft Bullock, Vandi Kalai by Ilakumi Kumaran Nyanadirvaryam. Ilakumi Kumaran is a Tamil writer from Tanjavur, which is situated in the state of Tamil Nadu in India. This author has written quite a number of short stories, poems, and novels in the Tamil language, which were later translated into English. This poem was translated by Nirmal Selvamani, and most of the works of this writer focuses on the plight of Indian women living in the chains of the patriarchal society, and it further focuses on the difficulties of people who live in the countryside and in the villages. His picturesque description helps readers comprehend the crude reality of the village situation and the cultural habitat of the community at large. The translator, Nirval Selvamani, is a well erudite academician and a translator. He formulated a theory called the Neo-Thinai poets in India. He is a former professor of the Central University of Tamil Nadu. This poem, Draft Bullock, is written from the perspective of a bullock, which is driven by a human to perform certain tasks, and the view of the bullock as it goes through the process of everyday labor, and its struggles are described in this poem. It is interesting to note that the Russian writer Leo Tolstoy also wrote a similar plot from the view of a horse. Kolstomer is the name of that novel, and the thoughts and struggles of a horse are sketched in that story. We'll move on to the explanation of the poem. The bullock expresses its pain in the very first stanza of how it is bleeding from the bruise it has on its forefeet and from the shoe horse. There is a swelling as big as a husked coconut on its neck, and this wound has been left untreated for quite some time, and worms have started to infect the wounded area. Quite sadly, the crows pick on the worms from the wound, causing even more greater pain and literally suck the life out of him. The bullock thinks that it must inform its owner about the physical wound, which is quite unable to bear. Even the bruises from the whip hurts him even more. The nylon rope tied around his neck increases the already bruised neck, and he hopes that the owner might remove or change the rope tied around his neck. He thinks about his tail, which is almost broken from being twisted when he couldn't draw the cart, and the broken tail is so injured that he can't even move it to chase away the flies which sit on his sweat-drenched body. The bullock lay down after the long hours of labor, hoping to inform his owner about its hardships, and kept looking at him with pain in his eyes, hoping it would be noticed, but he only saw his owner smiling at him with a towel on his shoulder. There was nothing he could do about his pain. He felt like a prisoner who was ready to enter the gallows, cause the pain which he felt none could understand. I could conclude the poem by stating that humans play an important role in taking care of animals. Domestication of animals have become essential to man's livelihood, but hurting them to survive and grow is not the right thing. One should learn to live and let live. Man should take up the role of a steward and care for animals and their well-being. Animals may not have the voice to speak, and it is man's innate role to care for the natural world around him. Like the bullock in this poem is in so much of pain that it is ready to give up its life because of its difficulties and the physical pain which it feels. Man should be empathetic to such creatures and learn to live without hurting the animals, which are helpful to man and part of man's growth and survival. I hope this video was useful to you. Thank you.